That's what you gotta feed your mind, bro.
I really hate Instagram. So like people been having Instagram for years.
I love it.
Only had Instagram since I started Drinks with BK because everybody like you need an Instagram.
Because you keeping up with the times.
Yeah.
Like now with Twitter, that's my shit. I talk my shit. I have my fun.
Twitter is
That's where I have
it's
fun
more
at.
engaging.
It's
You can
engaging.
engage with people. Like
I said, this
Instagram
morning,
is
I got
hella
up and had
phony.
kids and a girlfriend on Twitter this morning. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Let
Who
you post that
cares
shit
though,
on
right? You know what I'm
Instagram, right?
saying?
Niggas
Crazy,
is
boy.
serious.
You know what I'm saying? But that Instagram shit, depending on who you follow and what you follow, like me personally, I don't even watch reality TV.
Nope. I don't even
That
watch
shit-
TV.
That shit weak as
It's
fuck.
crazy to me.
TV.
Like I'd rather put on a movie or watch videos or something. You know what I'm saying? I watch Cheaters. That's about the only reality TV I watch.
Cheaters.
Every Saturday
It
morning, I
all
wake up
makes
to
sense.
Cheaters.
It
Every
all
Saturday
makes
morning, I
sense.
wake up to Cheaters. But outside of that, like reality TV, bro, that shit is so. It's fake. First of all,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all.
not reality.
That's why I be telling motherfucker. I be
I be
telling.
like, how you have a show called Real Housewives and ain't none of them bitches
Ain't none
married?
of them bitches married.
They all ex-wives of a sports nigga, and y'all making these.
Not of a sports.
But that's real shit though. What he's saying, that goes back to something you said earlier, and I'm glad you brought it back up because I like Beyonce made the song "Single Ladies" when she was married to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The city
It
girls
was
make
the
all
anthem.
these songs bashing niggas, and they all got niggas.
Yeah.
Think about that.
It's entertainment.
It's all
It's entertainment.
But you
Yeah.
don't think it's the
Jay-Z
entertainment
told us that
industry.
a
It
long
is the
time
music
ago. It's
business.
only entertainment.
But it's
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
entertainment.
But I say that to say you'll have women that literally are
Oh
following
no,
the logic behind the
Oh,
city
they
girls.
city
the
girl
shit,
the
yeah.
fuck out.
And I'm gonna say something. I feel like it depends on where you at for the moment. So
Oh, no,
it's
let's
like
talk about it
if
because
you
you're
know
a
what I mean.
rapper. Mm-hmm. You do it.
Yes, I do. I'll be fucking their heads
But
up.
it's entertainment.
Go home to fuck my nigga.
But you know what's
I
crazy?
do.
And-
But
But that's how me interviewing her happened like that. I was seeing her on Twitter. I'm like, bro, this is all marketing,
I'm
bro.
embarrassed.
I started
And a
noticing.
nigga
I'm like,
like that go no.
I'm like, she's just marketing, bro. This is not. So I'm like, let me reach out to her, and she came on the show, and literally the whole interview was literally, oh yeah, that's just marketing.
yeah.
I
Because
get
the thing
it, though.
about it is, it's
Because I know
like
broke niggas that rap crazy lyrics.
That's a good point.
no, I don't be lying about
And-
the freak
and
shit.
that-
The
No,
bitch
no, no,
really
no, no,
illegal.
no, not that,
But-
not that,
okay,
not
I'm
that,
just
not
saying.
that.
That
But I'm
needs
just
to be
saying,
illegal.
I'm just saying, like,
No, but
and I don't. I feel like music is entertainment, so I don't give
Absolutely.
a fuck what you saying. Your
It should be
raps.
sa-
If I
now-
like it, I like it. But if I know niggas that talk bricks and can't tell you a price of a zip, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it sound good.
it sound and it's gonna sell.
No, did y'all ever see that Genius interview with Lil Tecca? And he was going through every single one of his lyrics like, yeah, actually, I don't drive. It was
Yes,
something about
I
it. He was
did
like,
see that.
I don't
I did
drive.
see that.
It said something about having a whole bunch of bitches. He's like, I have a girlfriend. Like, he was going through every single one of his lines.
Because you look at it like this is what the people want to hear, or you look at it like this is what they're not talking about. It's so many different ways like that you can think about it. And that's what I was telling people like when it be coming to the music shit, it'd be like, bro, it's way bigger than that. Like when you get into the CEOs and the marketing shit like that, you be like a rapper, bitch. You can have it. Fuck you talking about artists? Okay, that's cute.
Because I be like,
You know
it's
what I
only so
mean?
many
But-
niggas you can kill, and all you niggas is killing niggas. Like, nigga, the population to be over with.
Yeah, no, for sure.
My nigga was saying that about some Sack shit. I remember he was talking about Sack and Mozzie and all the rest. He was like, bro, Sack ain't that big and it ain't that many gangsters. Like, how many of you niggas is killing niggas? Like,
Yeah.
niggas die in war, don't get
No,
it wrong.
for sure,
It
for
ain't to
sure.
disrespect nobody, but it's just
I know
like,
what you mean.
you know what I'm saying? How many niggas can you kill?
It's entertainment, and people gotta
Everybody
understand
putting
that
their
but
with
that's what they want to
Instagram.
hear. Like, nigga, Dirk is not out looking
The
for
goal
ops
is
no more.
clout. That is
Like
what
she,
people
like
want.
she
The
was saying,
goal
like
is
the
clout.
clout
The goal
and
is
the
something. And then
internet
you
clout.
see
And
motherfuckers
then a
get
lot of motherfuckers don't, this generation, like us, like we been outside. A lot of motherfuckers, you could create a whole facade just from in the house
Absolutely.
now. And when you
Yeah.
meet these people outside, they can't even
They
hold a
not that.
conversation. It's like, damn,
They
bro,
odd
like
as
you
fuck.
really just,
Now,
awkward.
Instagram had you
you
fucked
just a
up,
weird ass
especially these-
nigga. And then, but like we was talking about, motherfucking females, right? You would knock a female down years ago. She done got popular, Instagram famous. She got 100,000 likes. She on some weird ass shit now. Like, wait a
Yeah, I
minute.
always say,
Like, what?
I mean, the price of the pussy
Like,
goes
what?
high.
Like-
That's okay.
But I'm just saying though,
No.
it's just like don't be on the
No, but I feel
like don't
like-
let that internet facade go to your head.
Now that's weird.
When I done fucked you in the back of the
weird.
Rivi at the marina. Let's keep it 100.
You know,
so
But how long ago?
That's fucked. I
It
want to
don't-
do it at the
I-
marina.
I-
Because it got deleted.
No,
No, because I
no, it
got
never
older
gets
brothers
deleted.
It never
that used
gets
to take
deleted.
bitches to the
Deleted.
marina,
How
so
long
that
ago
was
was
like
it?
the
5
thing.
years?
Like,
No, so what
you said, hold on, say that again.
I got older brothers, so they used to take bitches to the marina. I've always been one of the guys, so I'm like, damn, I ain't never spotted at
Which
the marina.
Berkeley, San Leandro,
Leandro and
Berkeley. Listen.
It goes
Listen.
down.
Next subject, please. No, but
Nah,
for
but I
real, because
understand.
it be certain bitches I be looking at, and I'm always BK. I've been the same way
On mamas.
forever. Like if
sure.
you see me who I'm with, I'm me every day.
Every
I don't
time.
change. I'm not trying to be a gangster. I'm not trying to be cool. I'm me.
mamas.
So I don't be liking that. Like I always say, like Instagram changed. I told this nigga the other day.
yeah.
I said Instagram and down south niggas changed the Bay. Because they start showing these women other shit and all that, and that's cool. I'm all about elevation.
Absolutely.
But be who you are.
Be who you
True
are.
to you. But a lot of people don't know who they are. A lot of people are finding themselves over
Absolutely.
these past
Now,
couple
yeah,
of years.
exactly.
Like, bitch, you
Over
used to
these
be
past
busting
couple
checks
years.
and
A lot of
busting
people-
dates.
really
And I'm,
and now you
and
all
I'm
that.
for elevation,
don't-
right? But I think it's just a matter of like when you get to a point to where you down talking and you looking crazy at people, but everybody don't have like, bitch, you can't humble me. I'm humble because I'm still hungry. So can't a motherfucker humble me, but
Right.
the reason why I'm humble is because of my tribulations, because of my struggles. So
Right.
I'm humble for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I think it's a way and it's a tasteful way to be that. A lot of people, you
Exactly.
can tell when a motherfucker really on they like nose up shit, opposed to a motherfucker really just like, okay, certain shit is changing, accessibility is a little different. Like that's different. That's elevation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just like motherfuckers
And it's
get
personal.
rich and they still in the hood. Like, duh,
Yeah.
that don't make sense.
It's
I
personal.
mean,
like you
that's
don't
the
gotta
point
bring
of
down other
getting
people.
rich, just to get away.
That-
Well, you
yeah.
still supposed to help your people, but at
For
the
sure,
same time,
for
but
sure.
I ain't outside or doing the things that I do or had to do for my kid to do what I do.
Oh, mamas.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I look at it. So if a nigga be, that's why I hate when they say, oh, that nigga a square ass nigga. Nah, his
I be
parents
that.
put him in position. I'm not hustling for me to potentially have Lil BK and he's selling dope.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
That's
I work
really
with
not
a
what
nigga, he just
if
like
if
that.
that's the life that he chose, and I did the best I could do. Okay,
That's
so
what it
be
is.
it. But nigga, I'm not gonna be just say I'm the most
Listen.
proudest. I don't care how much dope he's selling. That ain't what I was
It's
ever
still in him.
outside for. This ain't what I
Yeah.
wanted you to do.
And a lot of people don't think about that. Like I said, I work with this dude, and he like, feel me, he from the deep somewhere, you feel me? And his kids is from Napa. And he talk about his kids. He be like, I still got passwords to their phones and shit. And it's just like, they really kids, bro. Like, they 15, 16. And it's just like, they do their dance and shit. And it's like, he like, I did all that shit, but I ain't got to work. They ain't got to do
What's the point?
shit.
Yeah,
You feel
what's
me?
the
Like, if
point?
they want to live this black privilege life, that's what the fuck my kids gonna do. Now, if they, like you said, decide to take another route, that's on them. But once they,
I
feel
don't
me?
support them in whatever they do. Don't get me wrong, but at the
the end
same
of the
time, that
day,
ain't
you
what that's
supposed
not
to-
what
The
we
end
doing.
goal supposed to be
Yeah,
different.
especially when you out here, you don't have nothing to prove, like to nobody. I'm not out here trying to prove a point to nobody.
At all.
I'm just trying to elevate and mentally, physically, making sure my people around me cool, family cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. You feel me? I'm don't do
But you
nothing
know-
to impress
but
the
you know
next
what-
motherfucker.
You know
though.
what's fucked up about that? A lot of that shit comes from just survival, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the times you grow up and you have to almost kind of be a certain way just to make your life more smooth. Sailing.
No, you it's being from,
feel me?
and
And
I
so
don't
then
want
it
to say
becomes
Oakland.
a
I say I don't even want to
Inner
say
city,
Oakland.
inner
Yeah,
city, yep.
any inner city,
Yep, yep.
you have to have some kind of edge.
Some type of instinct.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I would want my kids to have some type of edge, but if my kids was Poindexters, thank God.
Yeah, I love that. myself.
Because it's fucked up because we all got PTSD from being from the ghetto.
For sure.
Nigga, we not supposed to lose friends.
Yeah.
No.
Nigga, we
Not-
lost
especially not
a
at that
lot
age.
of
Not that
friends
young. In some
at
years it was
early
back
ages,
to
and this shit
back,
ain't from
like-
car accidents or cancer, nigga. This is gun violence.
murder,
You get what
you
I'm
know.
saying?
We
And
talked
then
about this
especially
before.
when-
Like,
yeah.
you know, I feel like a lot of people don't recognize how desensitized we are to death.
Nigga, we numb to the pain.
How much
To a
death
lot of
we've
shit.
experienced, and it's like the way we honor our people. Oh, like we gonna get them on a shirt,
Yeah.
we gonna get a tattoo, we gonna get what, like, you know, whatever. But we don't go to therapy.
Yeah, we don't know.
We not getting grief
But we
counseling.
reminded of it every day.
We not
When you still
living-
got them
yeah.
airbrush
We
teeth
not
from
living
15
on our
years
people.
ago, and you got them tattoos on your body, and you looking at obituaries from 10, 12 years ago, and it's like, that's a reminder. But
I
you're not
remember,
getting
like-
no healing from
No,
that
my
shit.
mom
You know
literally
what I
told me,
mean?
like, yeah, I think you've probably been to more funerals than I have. And I'm like,
And my
damn.
mama told me that for sure. I
Damn
remember
near.
white boy, that nigga got all the obituaries. I remember
Mike
like
too.
10 years ago. Them
Mike
niggas,
too. And he would tell me this shit. I'm
bro,
like 10.
them niggas
You talking about
had,
John?
the other white boy, James.
Oh, okay.
Them niggas, that nigga had obituaries,
album
bro.
book.
Photo albums.
Yep, Mike
Of
too.
obituaries. This was
Yep.
over 10 years ago, bro.
Yep.
So just imagine how many
He
more.
said you gonna
Added
lose,
to that.
and he
Yeah.
gonna say you gonna lose hella friends like this, and I was like, you know, I never really trip off what he was talking about.
And them niggas was from West
crazy.
Oakland of that era when it was West
really
Oakland.
bad,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And them was 9 times out of 10 is crazy. Most of them niggas obituaries are West Oakland niggas.
Yep, absolutely.
And
that
it's just
don't even
hella
count
sad.
the niggas we losing to the jail system.
And it's hella sad when you, especially when you grow up in a certain neighborhood. neighborhood where you just seen the cycle of violence and
shit.
people that you know dead. Like my dad was murdered. Like I grew up on 96. My dad was murdered on 102nd when I was like 12 years old. You feel me? Uncle was murdered on 9-0. You feel me? I had personal trauma. You feel me? Just dealing with that is just like, damn. Like, is this ever gonna end?
And it be
You feel me?
situations like
Shit
that.
don't end.
You feel me? Because it's like,
It shit don't end until we do like we said. End it. Get your kids
but you
away
know what?
from this
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
I do see that we are. The thing about it is, just like they say, what is it called? To see somebody that relates to you. You know what I mean? We have representation now. So there are a lot more black therapists, black doctors. You know what I mean? Even, black people who like, I'm looking at mentors
took
and shit like
therapy. I'm
that.
trying to find a new
seeing
therapist
black,
right now, actually.
Black women doing that. You know what I mean? So there's a
Might
lot
need to talk
of,
to you.
there's a lot
For
more
real.
representation so that we're comfortable with it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they've been able to be like, you guys need to identify that.
Nah, for real.
I
I
got
took
PTSD.
therapy for like
you got anxiety,
a
and
month.
I think it's just really important
And I went
because
because I ended up catching a case.
Oh yeah.
And me and her had got hella cool. It was a black lady. And I was kind of embarrassed to go back because I missed my session because I was in jail. So when I bailed out, I'm like, damn, I want to go back. But I'm like, I'm kind of... Because she was like a black lady from, I think, like either Chicago or Detroit. So I had mentioned something about the ghetto. And she kind of was like, okay, now you a real nigga. Like, and we kind of had a kind But I'm like, damn, this like an auntie. So when I caught the case, I was hella embarrassed to like go
ashamed
back. I'm like,
almost,
damn,
yeah.
I don't even want to let this lady know.
you never went back.
No, but then I was trying to go back recently and she moved. She ain't in California no more. But I'm definitely trying to find me I need a black woman.
And I would like to see
love
more
black women.
like men groups with that. Like I've been talking to Swa a little bit. I just be, moving a lot. You know what I mean? But like I'm one of them people that like I could see it being something like on a, on some serious shit though. He got his clothing line,
Yeah.
A Reason to Live. Like a lot of people who.
Yeah.
Twitter, I was going to say trigger warning, but you know what I mean? Suicide attempts and things like
Yeah.
that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just, I think
Nah, that's
black men
the-
having a space for stuff like that is
now,
important.
outside of my
so
drugs with BK
important.
shit, like that's the next thing that I want to do. I want to work with like black men from like 16 to 25. Because I feel like that age group, even though it's like a 10, but it's so important.
Absolutely.
Like you go through so much shit through them times. Like so much. Like that's when I start
those
really for
pivoting
real start
times.
seeing my first guns and first niggas shooting niggas and shit. Like that shit is important. And we get lost into that shit
Yep.
so cold. Or it's been times like I got a cousin that he did time in the field and he like, but it was a point in my time where like he said I wanted to kill somebody. It was just like not because they did something to me, because niggas I knew was killing people. So I just felt like that was a cool thing to do. He like, nigga, I always kept my gun. I couldn't wait for a nigga to say something.
Yeah.
But you be like, because I know niggas that got bodies and shit. And there was a time I didn't feel like that, but I'm like, damn, I ain't never shot nobody. But like, damn, am I not cool? Because but I'm actually just who I am. You know what I'm saying? But there was a time like, damn, these niggas be going on one. Like, I want to go on
But
with
you
these
see
niggas.
though, even niggas are going knockout missions, it's like you don't know you're going to
Yeah,
get a
it
nigga,
started
you gonna
out,
have
but
a
that's
seizure.
crazy.
But
We start out as knockout missions to nigga, we own one.
popping niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit, I want to kind of like try to get rid of that shit. That shit is like no good. I just want to help a motherfucker that's like was in a position like, damn, do I want to go on one of these niggas to bust a move, or do I just want to kick back and let them go bust their move? I just want to be there to be like, hey, don't go bust that move, bro.
Yeah. And I think it's not enough people to be like, hey, don't do that. Like the need for safe spaces for black men is so like it's underrated. Like it's not there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I got a brother in the prison
It's
system.
underrepresented.
He originally got 57 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 57 years.
Free little meal.
Period. And just recently got 30 years taken off of his sentence, but that's still 20 something years that
in
he
your
gonna
life.
spend
And-
institutionalized, you know what I'm saying? So and it's all because like now that he's been in jail, he's more clear minded and whatever, we can have these conversations. We talking, he like when my cousin CJ died, that was his best friend.
You know I know.
His best fucking friend. We didn't get him counseling. We didn't think it was important. You know what I'm saying? We should have.
Yeah.
And he was able to say that to me, like, man, when CJ died, that everything went wrong. Everything went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I think because, like I said, we are so desensitized to death, and that just happens.
Yep.
My parents, which they did the best that they could, but they didn't see the value in it, right? And it wasn't really until my younger brother starts suffering from depression or whatever, and it's like, oh, mental health is a real thing. We had never talked about that in my family. You know what I'm saying? And
Even
it's like
like,
our
our
brothers
families is
yeah,
dead,
exactly.
you
Like
know?
and we look like, okay, our brothers is the
But
same
like,
age.
yeah, like that shit with CJ
And we be
really
thinking we got it.
That shit with CJ affected Brajan. That's the reason Brajan went to school out of
Went to
state.
school, exactly.
He got accepted to every school around here. My dad like his chief. He like, nah, dad, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Even though it was an accident and all the shit, but he was just like, I don't want to. And then the shit happened to me. He like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. And I think
I'm happy
it
he
affects
took that
kids
route.
different
No,
ways.
hell
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Everybody takes it differently. Like, you know, like even when somebody died, right? Like I do know people get on the internet and they say certain stuff, but some people really be feeling like that. Some people really feel that deeply.
Everybody
like
believes
you,
differently.
like everybody. Like love for somebody, like maybe I don't know, like even when Busco died, I'm not gonna lie, like I cried like fuck, and I hadn't even known Busco for hella years, but it was like when we tapped in, I did a show, that nigga like dropped the baby off at the house. You can't come, nigga, I came. You feel me? And it's like it be shit like that to where it's just like somebody makes an impression on you.
For sure.
I think people just don't understand how death could affect somebody, and some people feel it differently
like
than
I
others.
said,
and you know,
Everybody
niggas
but
like
we
White
be
Boy
making
and Mike.
fun of that shit.
Them niggas is numb.
Them niggas numb. Mike got PTSD like a
Your brother,
motherfucker.
Mike?
What?
Oh, yeah, I feel-
That nigga
I
seen
be
my
feeling
brother
so
get
bad.
killed in the
I be
same
feeling
block
so
that my
bad.
cousin got killed in front of my auntie house.
No, I've
But
been in the north,
but
so I know. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy that she brought up, and I don't even know how we got to this point, but when we don't talk about the survivor's remorse of it about that a lot, because when the shit going on with CJ and them, like I'm in college playing basketball at the time, so you gotta understand I'm away in a whole nother state, living in paradise in my eyes. When my niggas are back home shooting at people, getting shot, going to jail, fighting, and this shit that I was involved in. I mean, obviously not shooting at nobody, but the fights and all that shit. I'm involved in that at home, and now I'm away, and I don't got nothing to worry about. So I'm out here, even with Lil Mel. It's like I'm like when CJ passed, bro. Like the niggas was coming to my house every day, right?
So
Yeah.
And me and Mel got into it one day because I'm like, bro, why do you keep bringing all these new ass niggas to my house? And he straight up said, they like, bro, my nigga gone. You ain't here. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? Who I'm supposed to hang with? Nobody, nigga. Like, you gone for 10 months out the year. You come home every summer. CJ dead, nigga. And that's really what it said for me. I'm like, damn, I can't even really be mad at it.
It almost made you feel bad in a sense, like, oh shit, I didn't look at it like that because I'm not looking at it.
Then to see what happened to him,
after
that wouldn't have happened if CJ was here. That wouldn't have happened if I was around more.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I know
make
that.
you feel,
So it makes me feel away like, fuck. To be honest, it made me and her relationship closer.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I owed him that to step in as her brother because he's gone now.
Yeah.
You feel me? And of course, it came, I mean, we got great shit that we do together, but my initial thought was like, damn, I gotta pay him back some type of way. Because a lot of people, that nigga Mel did so much for me, bro. I honestly, you probably don't remember, but I met Mel. I met you because of Mel. We was always going to Bayfair when he was just buying everybody shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Seeing you in, what was it, Oxford Street or one of them? Mm-hmm.
That's where I met BK too. I was a kid.
Nigga, that's for the world,
Everybody met
shit right there.
I remember when the patent leather ones first came out, nigga, I was like a sophomore, and that's when I first met this nigga.
I started working there. I was in like the 10th grade. And I worked there till I was probably like 24, I think, or 25. So that's literally how that's how everybody.
BK is a staple.
This Mr. Bayfair right here.
I got a guy like my partner. He got a joke. He then they call me Shoe Bruh. Like nigga, you Shoe Bruh. Like niggas that don't know your name, nigga, you Shoe Bruh. Right. But like that's really how I know everybody for real. Like, and then I went to 3 high schools, so like that's what really that mall shit is how I know niggas from everywhere.
Because everybody go to the motherfucking mall.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the survivor's remorse thing. Like y'all, I went to school in New Orleans, so my first year I was homesick as fuck. Like I didn't expect. I don't know what the fuck I expected, but I was there and I'm homesick and I'm calling Melvin and CJ like, I want to come home, blah, blah, blah. Like,
you had Joe?
You
had Joe? Wasn't Joe down there then?
Joe was down there. Joe's there. Yeah.
Joe was there.
Joe was there. But I'm calling them like, I want to come home. And they like, get your fucking degree. Mm-hmm. Like, where you tripping on us for? Like, why are you worried about us? You don't got to worry about us. Worry about you, get your degree, and then come home. Like, bring that shit back to us, right? My brother never visited me in college till CJ died. CJ died. My brother came my senior year, and he like, oh, shit, college is kind of fun. Like, I wish I would have came. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you should have came.
Nigga, I went to go visit Brajan and was like, nigga. Yeah. This is what y'all got? No. I had went to the Bayou Classic like twice before that, and but when I went to like him, like during them weeks and shit, it's just like, my biggest regret was not going to a HBCU. That's like my only regret in life. I always wish I went to a HBCU.
For sure.
And he did it big too. He joined the best fraternity. He, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's my dog, man. Shout out to my boy. He in law school right now. Like I love that's my little brother. Like that nigga actually made a speech at his graduation dinner about me, and that shit had the whole room in tears. But I just told him like, bro, you're going to break this generational curse. You know what I'm saying? His partners calling like, send me some weed. I'm like, listen, I'm not sending nobody no weed. If you need some money, I'll send you some money. Right. you not there for that, bro.
Right.
And I could have made a ton of money. You feel me?
But this ain't
it
that.
just
I ain't even
we got
you into that.
This something different, bro.
That's real shit.
This something different, bro. Like. Nigga, Pops done been in jail. I done been in jail. Like, what you want to do? Like, this, like, nigga, you gonna do something, nigga. Like, you gonna do something great.
Do it.
And now this nigga took it on one. Now he got his degree. Like, now I'm gonna be a lawyer. Like, nigga, come on, keep pushing.
That's a blessing. Most definitely a blessing for sure.
That shit just big because it's like, nigga, he's breaking the generational
And shit like that is hope.
That shit like
people like that, those are the people we need to bring back to the schools and shit like that. Those are the people who not need to be the face, but those are the people you need to call when it's coming time for those nonprofit
like, I'm
kind
so
of things.
proud of Lisa, like, and JoJo, like, cause they went and did some shit, like I say, like, different, and they came back home and they were actually a great representation for the community.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? For real though, like, yo, you don't know how proud of y'all I be because so many of us around us went the wrong way.
But I think that's part of the reason why. Yo,
go ahead, cry. Get that shit out. Get that shit out.
I see it on both of them.
I hear
Right.
it. I'm like, damn.
I'm really hella proud of Lisa though, because I've been around her my whole life. You feel me? Her and JoJo, and then like, I feel like they part of the motivation for my little brother because he's seen them outside of him losing his friends and shit like that happening. But like,
for sure,
you can go do this shit.
Like my brother is only a year younger than his. And he not in school, but he look at what your brother doing. He like, okay, I gotta do some shit. I gotta do something. I can't just be sitting around. I'm not gonna be in the
And them little niggas is like this. You know what I'm saying?
Like, for sure.
So,
especially just seeing like people who go to college and finish. Like, I didn't have an opportunity to finish. I had to come home and take care of my auntie. She was dying of cancer. So I moved from LA back to the hood to, you know what I'm saying? So I know just to see friends and family finish college, like, man, that's big. That's big because life happens. You can get derailed at any moment and just have to just give it all
Detour
up.
on God.
Straight up. You just never know. You never know. You never know. That's one of my things. You can just never say never. You got to be prepared for anything when you fucking wake up in the morning because you just never know. For real. Yeah. Absolutely. Just never know.
Yeah, life be lifing like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker.
Life be
like crazy.
Shit, you just gotta live this shit, man. I swear to God, cause shit, you don't know.